Hello Gemini, and welcome to your reading for June 2021. So I've just had a quick listen to May, and I kept talking about this house situation. It's all sort of happening in June. Now there's a fair bit going on, Gemini, not gonna lie. There is a fair bit going on. So let's just start at the beginning, because the start of the month looks like I'm juggling my money. So there's issues with maybe paying the bills or paying whatever you got to do, or bills coming up that you're going to have to juggle around and make sure you can pay everything. And then there's a lot of hard work going on here as well. So you are actually putting a lot of time and effort into working to pay off all these kind of unexpected bills, is probably the best way I'm going to put it. So let's talk about the house situation that I sort of started last month, because this month, I know I said to wait, but it does look like this month I see movement from the house. So this is interesting. If you were wondering if you were going to leave the house or stay at the house, or I don't know, it looks like you're leaving, honestly. It looks like by the middle of June, you are going to have the contracts signed and you will be changing address. All right, so there's a lot of movement in your spread for June, Gemini. And around the movement from this house is actually a lot of stress. So you're really going to have to try and look after yourself while you're doing that move. The other thing around that too is that I've got my Two of Rods, which means you're kind of stuck at a crossroads. So whilst you're leaving the house, there's still confusion about that as well. Interesting. Do you know what though? Whilst what I'm talking about all sounds a bit negative and like, oh my God, I've got no money and I can't afford things, I'm going to leave the house, yada, yada, yada. The good thing about this, I think once you've done it, you're going to feel this huge sense of relief. So have you been fighting with your husband, wife, partner, significant other about money in this house? Because it's all coming to, what happens is when you leave the house, everything, it's all finished. All that's finished. And all of a sudden this huge relief happens towards the end of the month. So, and I actually, even though it looks like there's fighting and stress and worry and all this sort of stuff, it ends up, as I usually say for you, Gemini, it ends up actually pretty good. So I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with the fact that you seem to be fighting and stressed out. That's not great. But I'm happy with the fact that it actually does turn out okay and you land on your feet. Once again, Gemini, you're landing on your feet. So let's just talk about work for a moment, because I've got a lot of work and money spreads in June for you as well. So are you going to go and learn something different, or study something a bit different, you know, or something where maybe you have to get this extra certificate to get a promotion at work, something like that. But I'm certainly learning something a bit different, and that's going to take me in a bit of a different direction as well. It does seem like you're confused about that too, but once again, just do it. If you need to do some study, or if you're interested in doing some study and you can't figure out what it is, I would just go for the one that brings you the most happiness, or makes you feel the most joy, or, you know, just something that you're really interested in, something you're really passionate about, because that's going to lead you to the places that you need to go to. Now, the other thing about June, Gemini, is if you are trying to get pregnant, then the optimum time for you to get pregnant is now going to be the end of the month. So that is the best time for you if you are trying. If you are not trying, then you may have an announcement of a pregnancy at the end of the month, or someone in your family is going to get pregnant around the end of June. So that's about it for you, Gemini. It really is, I guess, the big message around this is to probably just Don't buck against all the change. Just roll with all the change that's coming for you during June, and you're going to get through it just fine. Don't try and resist too much, because you're just going to make yourself a bit sick and you'll get all up in your head about it and you won't sleep and all that. But try and roll with these changes that come through in June, and everything somehow, as per usual, Gemini, seems to work out in the end just fine for you. Okay, that's it for you for June, and I will see you next month. Bye bye.